again. Oh, hello there. Am I on time? I think today I actually started my live stream at exactly 2 o'clock, which might be the first time ever. Well, maybe not. Here we go then. It is time once more to improve your English listening, your English speaking, and we can all have a little bit of fun at the same time. Yes, it is English Addict live from the birthplace of English, which just happens to be England. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you for clicking on me. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I really hope you are feeling happy today because we are here together again live across YouTube. It is another edition of English Addict with a slight difference. You may have already noticed I am here with you on Tuesday instead of tomorrow. And the reason for that is tomorrow we are doing something very unusual. Tomorrow will be the 4th anniversary of my first ever live stream. So tomorrow will be the day that all this started. This live nonsense began. On the 15th of July 2016 it started. So what we're doing tomorrow, we're doing something a little different. Tomorrow we are going to sit down together so you can still join me on the live chat, but we are going to watch the first ever live stream that I did way back in 2016. It is a long one. Now I'm not sure at the moment what to do about the time. So way back in 2016, my live streams used to begin at 1 p.m. So I'm not sure if I should start it at 1 p.m. tomorrow as well, instead of 2 p.m. The other thing to remember is it is over 3 hours long. So my first ever live stream is very long. So that is a warning, just to let you know, that we will be sitting through 3 hours of a repeated live stream. However, it will be the first ever live stream that I did. I sat just over there in my chair presenting my first ever live stream. So we will be doing this together. We can watch and also we can chat at the same time. And I will be joining you as well on the live chat. So we will be spending all of that time together. So I will still be able to communicate with you on the live chat. However, we will be watching every agonizing second, every awful moment of my first ever live stream. And all I can say is I think I looked a little bit nervous. Now, 1 or 2 people said yesterday when you start something for the first time, you always feel nervous. You always feel a little worried about how well it is going to turn out, which is normal. So I do think it is normal to feel worried, apprehensive. Ooh, I like that word. Maybe concerned, maybe nervous. So yes, we will see tomorrow. We will see every moment of my first ever live stream tomorrow. It will be with you. I will be sitting with you live on the chat and we will watch it together. I think I've almost forgotten what the first ever live stream was like. I do remember some of it. I remember feeling nervous. I remember feeling slightly afraid, especially during those few seconds before the live stream began. So just before it started, I could feel my stomach going over. We often say that we have butterflies. You get butterflies in your stomach. And that's how I felt during my first ever live stream when I started it. 4 years ago tomorrow, it all began, and we will be watching it. This week, of course, I'm doing live streams every day, so I will be with you tomorrow with our special 3 hours sitting together watching the first ever live stream. And of course, I will be with you as well on Thursday and also Friday with our usual Friday English Addict. For those who are wondering what this is, my name is Mr. Duncan. There it is on the screen. And I talk about the English language. I talk about all sorts of things, in fact. Sometimes we discuss certain areas of English. Sometimes we will look at new words or phrases. For example, having butterflies in your stomach as a way of expressing nervousness or fear. You have butterflies in your stomach. That's what it feels like. It feels like lots of things fluttering around inside you. And also, we chat to each other as well. So it is unusual. It is a little bit strange because we have English Addict today, which just happens to be Tuesday. We are back together again. Tuesday. It feels very strange doing my English Addict on Tuesday because normally I am with you on Sunday, Wednesday and Friday with English Addict. But today, well, I thought it would be kind and fair to have English Addict today because tomorrow there won't be one. There won't be an English Addict tomorrow because we are sitting together watching my first ever live stream. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or a bad idea. I still haven't decided if it's good or bad. We will see what happens. But I will be with you live anyway tomorrow on the live chat, typing some messages, and you are more than welcome to get involved tomorrow and, of course, today as well. Hello to the live chat. I wonder who was first on today's live stream. Oh, hello. I think it was Mohsen. Hello, Mohsen. Nice to see you here. Let me just check to make sure. I think it was. Hello, Mohsen. Also Beatrice. And also Mikhail and Assad. Hello to you. You were first on today's live chat. Welcome. Welcome. You all have very fast fingers. That's all I can say. Nice to see you here. I hope you are having a good day. Here in the UK, by the way, the weather is not looking very good at the moment. It's a bit gloomy. So we had some lovely weather on Sunday. I got really excited because I thought the weather was changing. However, yesterday and also today the weather has been awful. Not too good. It doesn't feel like summer. So there is the view out of the window right now. It is gloomy, dull. Some people might say dismal. But that is it. Sometimes you have to take the cards that you are dealt. You have no choice, unfortunately. So that's what we're doing today. We are also playing the sentence game. So normally we do this on Wednesday, but as I've already explained, we are not doing it as normal. So today we are playing the sentence game, and we will be using the letter B. So that is what we are using today. We are looking at the letter B. So today's sentence game concerns this letter, the letter B. So what I will be doing, I will be showing you some sentences, some English sentences with some words missing. And all of those words begin with this letter, the letter B. So I hope you will be joining me, you will stay with me, you will stick around for the sentence game, that coming up later on. Also, don't forget you can subscribe as well. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. All you have to do is click the subscribe button, and it's as simple as that, really. And I suppose if you also want, well, I suppose you can also give me a big like as well. Would you like to give me a like? I really hope so. A like would be ever so nice as well. Give me a big thumbs up to show that you care. And I will be, well, I'll be very pleased, to be honest. I will be over the moon, in fact. Hello to Marlia. Hello, Basma or Basmala. Hello to you as well. Lolly Lolly, Mika, nice to see you here today. Nice to see you here today. Hello, Donna. Luis Mendez. Oh, hello, Luis Mendez. Thank you for joining me today. Mog Mog. We also have Munyentwali. Hello, Munyentwali. I hope I pronounced your name right. Watching in Rwanda. Hello to Rwanda, and thank you for joining me here, live from the birthplace. It is. This is where it all started. Well, not here, not in my studio, but the English language was born in this country, England. It is the birthplace of the English language, and I am a person who speaks English as his native language. That is what I do. And that is the reason why I am here. Barong. Hello, Barong. Nice to see you as well. Welcome, everyone. Hiroko. Also, Tamara. Thank you, Tamara. I thought you were going to be in your nice garden, but the weather seems to be not so good. In Moscow, we have a rainy day. So it's raining at the moment in Moscow. It is cloudy, gloomy. Fortunately, there is no rain today, but it's not a very nice day. I might be outside at the weekend, so maybe next Sunday once more I will be outside because it looks as if the weather here in England is going to improve over the next few days. We might be getting some sunshine on maybe Thursday and Friday, so I'm not sure. Sometimes you have to play it by ear. You have to play by ear. So you don't always know what is going to happen. So quite often you have to be prepared for any eventuality, anything that might occur. So I'm going to play it by ear. I'm not going to make too many decisions until I know what the weather is going to be like. Sometimes you have to do that in life. Sometimes you don't know what is going to happen next. You have to take it one step at a time. You play it by ear. Nice expression. Don't forget, you can also have live captions. A lot of people forget. You can actually have live captions right now. So as I'm talking to you here on YouTube, Mr. Steve's underpants smell like lavender. You see? And then suddenly that appears on the screen. All you have to do is press C on your keyboard. You don't have to enter it on the live chat. Just press the button C on your keyboard. And as if by magic, you will get live captions. I love that. I think of all of the features, and there are many features on YouTube, some great things, some good tools that you can use on YouTube. But one of the best ones, I think, is live captions. And, of course, recorded captions as well. I think they are brilliant. I really do. Hello, Beatrice, Corrie. Hello also, Mr. Agarwal. Hello, Mr. Agarwal. I listen to your podcasts daily whilst doing my house chores. A lot of people do that. It is interesting. So not everyone watches my live stream. Quite often, people will put the live stream on, but they will listen to it. So maybe they are in another room, or maybe they are doing something at their desk. So whilst they are working, they will also listen to my live stream. So thank you very much. Whatever you are doing at the moment, however you are doing it, I hope it goes well. But it is nice to know that you are listening as well as watching. Isn't that nice? It is a little bit like a podcast, I suppose. You might describe this as a video, but also a podcast as well, because I'm talking to you live, but also I'm there on the screen. You can see me. Hello. This is it. Unfortunately, this is as good as it gets. It doesn't get any better than this, I'm afraid. This is how I look. Of course, I've had no plastic surgery. Some people think I have. They say, Mr. Duncan, have you been under the knife? Have you had any plastic surgery on your face? Do you use any special cosmetics on your skin? And my answer is no. All I use is soap and water. That's it. So every day I wash my face, I give it a good wash with a little bit of soap, and that's all I do. Sometimes I think if you put too many things on your skin, I think sometimes you can make it worse. You can actually do more damage, I think. That is just my opinion. I think if you put too many things on your skin all the time, I think you can actually make your skin dry, or maybe you can make it look a little old as well. So all I do every day is wash my face with some hot water. Of course, I shave as well. I shave my face, but I wash my face with water and a little bit of soap. And that's all I do. So nothing else. No cosmetic surgery. Not yet anyway. I might have some surgery here around my eyes to pull my eyes back a little bit so they look a little fresher, maybe. But that's all. That's all. Nothing else. I'm happy with the rest of my body. Well, almost happy with the rest of my body. There are one or two things I would like to change, but enough of that. Enough of that. Hello to Morella. Hello, Corrie. I have been very busy preparing our barbecue evening in the garden this evening for National Day. We usually organise it with the family and friends, and each of us do it in turn. So each person has their own moment to do something. You do something in turn. I do it, then you do it, and then that other person does it. We do things in turn, one by one. So I suppose the current situation in the world is affecting you as much as it is here. However, I suppose I should mention that I don't know why, by the way, please don't ask me why, but the government here in England have said that people will have to start wearing face masks in the shops and everywhere they go from the 25th of July. I don't know why. Can someone please explain why? Why do we have to suddenly start wearing masks everywhere we go when for the past 4 months we haven't really been wearing masks at all here in England? Now, I know in Scotland they do require everyone to wear masks, especially if they are going into a shop or an enclosed space. So It's very interesting. From the 25th of July, they are going to make us wear masks in shops and also confined places, which reminds me a little bit of the Second World War, when everyone was told that they have to wear a face mask. And back then, can you see? Wear a mask or go to jail. That's what they did. They actually told people they had to wear a mask. Now, I have a feeling this might not be during the Second World War. I have a feeling this is actually during the 1920s, when London was one of the most polluted places on the planet. So I might be wrong there, for which I apologise. So for a moment I thought that was from World War II, but I actually think that is from a period of time when there was lots of smog. Smog. S-M-O-G. Smog. Which is a combination of smoke and fog. And the air was so poisonous, it actually killed people. Can you believe it? So the air people were breathing in was so poisonous, it was actually causing people to become very ill and die. So what they did, they told people they had to wear masks. I know I said the Second World War, but what I actually meant to say was the 1920s, when everything was polluted. There was so much smog. There are actual, I think it's film, old film with people trying to walk around in the smog, and you can't see anything. So London was covered with smog, a combination of smoke and fog. And the situation was so serious, they actually forced people to wear a mask. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because our government here is doing the same thing. So from the 25th of July, you have to wear a face mask, or else they will punish you. So if you go into a shop and if you are seen by the police not wearing a face mask, they can actually fine you £100. Wow, incredible. But some people are complaining. They say it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late to start telling people to wear their face masks, surely. And some people, of course, are complaining about their human rights. They are saying that they should have the freedom not to wear their masks. I don't know. It's a very tricky situation. Very tricky. But I am surprised that no one has told us that we have to wear masks sooner. Maybe a month ago or 2 months ago. Not now. It's a little bit too late, I think. Hello to Beatrice. Happy Independence Day to all the French classmates. Isn't that lovely? Luis Mendez, of course. Are you celebrating, Luis? Hello also to, Mika. Hello, Mika. Nice to see you here as well. Hi, Mr. Duncan. I think the picture you have shown is related to the Spanish flu. Thank you, Alberto. Maybe you are right, because that was also, I think that was also in the 1920s. Am I right? It was before I was born, of course. Many years before I was born. Yeah. So yes, it might also be connected with the Spanish flu. Some people say that it's unfair to actually name a virus after the country where it originated. I suppose that's the reason why certain people are referring to CV19 as the China bug. I think we know who we're talking about there. But is it unfair? Should we not say that? Ebola virus. As I understand it, the Ebola virus is named after the place where it originates. Yes. Hello, Belarusia. I hate it when people smoke in the street and then they wear their masks covering their neck and not their mouths. Yes, I think you are right, Belarusia. By the way, hello, welcome. I've seen some photographs of people, and this is true. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. I'm not making a joke here. There are some people who have actually put their face mask on, but then they've cut holes where their nose and mouth are. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking about that. But I've seen some photographs. Maybe they are real, maybe they are fake. I'm not sure. But some people are actually wearing face masks. And to make them easier to wear, they've actually cut holes where the nose and their mouth is. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I think maybe humanity is doomed. Sometimes. Not always. By the way, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I knew I was going to sneeze. I could feel it coming on. Yes, my hay fever is still here. I'm still suffering from hay fever. It's not fair. By the way, did you see my live stream yesterday? I did a special live stream behind the scenes. You had a chance yesterday to see the studio as it actually looks. In fact, last week I took a photograph of the studio just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Would you like to have a look at that photograph again? So there it is. So there is my studio. That is what it looks like. And you can see, if you look very closely on the floor, you can see a yellow line. And that is where I'm standing right now. So there is lots of equipment, lots of things in my studio that allow you to see me. And also many things that allow me to chat with you. So much going on around me. You would not believe how much chaos is going on around me at the moment as I stand here. There are lights flashing. There are computers making noises. There is my stomach that is rumbling. I have a complaining stomach today because I haven't had any breakfast. I haven't eaten today. I can't believe it. I've had nothing to eat. Dana says, yesterday's live stream was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something different. Sometimes I like to show you things that are unusual or maybe something you don't see very often. So yesterday we had a chance to have a tour of the studio. Hello, Kate Gann. Hello, Kate. I feel as if I haven't seen you for a long time. Welcome back, Kate. Nice to see you here on the live chat. Isn't that lovely? Marietta. I think irrational animals and beings are much too logical and reasonable, or more reasonable and logical than human beings. I know. Sometimes I see people doing very silly things. Or maybe sometimes they forget that there is such a thing as logic. Logic. The way we work out what is right and wrong. Also the way in which we work out what is logical and illogical. Things that are sensible or foolish. So during this period of time where many people have been told to stay at home or to protect themselves, some people have ignored it completely. They've ignored it. Hello. Oh, I think, is Pedro here? Yeah. He's the man with the flowing hair. He's here again to share his thoughts and feelings. It's Pedro Belmont. Hi, Pedro. I hope you're okay. By the way, Mr. Steve is very enamoured by your hair. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying nothing else. But if you want to pursue it further, you can. You can. I think Steve, he's still young. What am I saying? Hello, Duarte. Mr. Duncan, one question about face masks. Are masks in England made of fabric? That is a very good question, because we have been advised to use anything to cover our faces. So yes, you can wear the proper face mask. Surgical masks are the ones you should wear. However, here in the UK, we've been told, and especially here in England, we've been told that you can use anything, maybe a scarf or maybe just a piece of cloth, which I think is not a good idea. But who am I to argue with the government? Who am I? I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I'm just an insect. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I've asked you before, what is the best novel for you? Because I have read Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. Novels. I don't normally read novels. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was at school, a long time ago, we had to read books all the time. Novels, stories. We did a little bit of Dickens. We also covered some other lesser known authors and also some stories that we were very familiar with here in the UK. So some authors who were not very well known, however their books were published here in the UK. I do like reading about other people's lives and also the way in which human beings behave and the way they treat each other, the way we think. So I'm very interested in books that discuss the human condition, the way in which people behave towards each other. A very interesting book many years ago, a book by Professor not Stephen Hawking, that's a different person altogether. Richard Dawkins is who I'm trying to say. Professor Richard Dawkins produced a very good book called The Selfish Gene, and also he made a TV show about it as well. So I'm a big fan of people who discuss the way in which human beings behave, the way we see the world, the things we believe in. And that includes different types of faith, belief, attitude, maybe even our own selfishness. So some people believe that human beings by nature are selfish. And I think that is true to a degree. When you watch the animals in the wildlife or in the wild, you will see that quite often they behave in a selfish way. So perhaps human beings have the same thing, maybe in our genetic makeup, the things that make us the way we are. So maybe selfishness is a part of survival. And that's the sort of thing I like reading about. There is a book also I want to buy. I'm going to buy it soon. There's a very interesting book, again, talking about society. And it is called The Madness of Crowds. The way these days many people are grouping together to form their own, movements. And yes, it's by an author called Douglas Murray. So that's a book I'm going to read soon. I'm going to actually buy that one and read it. It's called The Madness of Crowds. Something that we are all having to deal with at the moment, I think. Hello, Mario. With using the mask to discover another fascinating way to see and communicate with people, with the eyes. Yes, I suppose so. It is strange. Now, I'm not saying that wearing a mask is a good thing or a bad thing, but it is interesting when you can only see a person's eyes. Because the eyes are actually quite expressive. You can actually tell a lot about what a person is thinking. by looking at their eyes. So I think you're right, yes. If you cover your face and only your eyes are visible, then that becomes the focal point. That becomes the point where you are looking at very closely. A person's eyes, what are they doing? What are they doing? Sometimes when a person lies, they might blink more. So there is a thought that if you lie, you might find that a person blinks very fast, or maybe their eyes will move from side to side. So there are a lot of things. You can get a lot of things from looking at a person's eyes. So yes, I think that's quite interesting. Very interesting indeed. Tamara says, I like to read about great people, their lives. I'm always intrigued how a person starts off as an average person and then they become successful or famous or wealthy. So that transition sometimes can be a very fascinating thing. And of course, you can learn a lot from other people's lives. So that is one of the reasons why I like reading about other people's lives. Sometimes bad people as well. I'm very interested in reading books, history books about not just good people from history, but also bad people from history. So it's just as interesting to find out how a child becomes an evil person. It's as fascinating to me as a person who becomes wealthy or a successful businessman or woman. So yes, all of those things are intriguing because they all relate to human behaviour, which is something I am very interested in. Marietta says, I agree with you about selfishness. It is good to a certain extent. Children are really egotistical. Parents must teach them to become less egocentric. So yes, children, and I think that's a very good point. I think children are very selfish, but I think that's because they need to survive. I think it is a part of your genetic engineering that says you must survive, you must breathe, you must drink water, you must eat food. Whatever it takes, those are the things that you really need to survive. And I think that's probably the reason why children are very selfish, because it is that need to survive. However, now we live in what many people call a materialistic world. So children now have replaced those needs with the latest smartphone or the latest computer game or the latest toy, perhaps. Perhaps it's all related to that. Hello, Pedro. Have you heard about the Amazon River, the jungle? I was born there. Yes, well, I know you live near the Amazon or in the area called Amazon. So yes, I know about it. There was actually a programme on last night talking about the way in which that area over the years has changed. Some good things and some bad things. Hello, Sunshine. Mr. Duncan, can you please read my comment? Hello, Sunshine. I will try to find your comment so I can read it. The only problem is... there it is. Mr. Duncan, today I realise you're the best English teacher on YouTube because your learners don't have to become members or pay to learn English. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to make a donation. That's very kind of you, yes. 14 years I've been here on YouTube, and tomorrow I will be celebrating my 4 years of doing live streams. So I hope your message was read out and understood. Thank you, Sunshine. Today we are going to look at a few things. We are going to play the sentence game a little bit later on. So make sure you have your brains switched on to full power. You will need your brains on full power today. We are going to take a break. We're going to have a look at one of my full English lessons. This is full English number 12, and then we will be back once more as live can be. Don't go away. Well, a big happy hello to you. My name is Mr. Duncan, and I'm so pleased to see you here again for another full English lesson. This is full English number 12, which means that I have now made a dozen episodes of full English. A dozen of something is 12. Half a dozen of something is 6. And 2 dozen of something is 24. Do you know how many things make up a gross? 12 dozen things is a gross, which is 144. The word gross can also mean horrible or disgusting. The way he picks his nose is so gross. What's that? Oh, apparently we are now behind schedule, so I'd better get on with today's full English lesson right now. Do you believe in fate? Do you see your life as being one controlled by fate? The word fate means the course of a person's life or the events of someone's life that are out of their control. Fate means that what will happen, and there is nothing that can be done to stop it. Imagine your life being like a road. All the things you will encounter and experience are already there, waiting for you to meet them. A predetermined outcome is fate. Some people believe that their life is already mapped out, that their fate is already sealed. Of course, there are those who believe the opposite and feel that life is something we determine for ourselves, that each person has ultimate control of their own destiny. Sometimes an event or situation occurs that might appear fateful. An inevitable event might seem fateful. In English, there is the phrase fate worse than death, which means something that is really bad or something bad that is about to happen or has happened already. Do you believe in fate? Here is something that can come in very handy if you are out in the wilderness. This is a piece of tree. It's a stick. A small piece of branch from a tree can be called a stick. A length of branch that is not very heavy or thick can be called a stick. You can use a stick to support yourself as you walk. A large amount of sticks can be used to make a shelter or a raft to float on water. You can use a stick as a weapon to defend yourself with. And a stick makes a very good back scratcher. Oh yes, a stick is a very useful thing indeed. The word stick can also mean to fix two things together, normally with glue. You stick two things together. As an idiom, stick together means stay with each other. Whatever happens, you and I will always stick together. It's time now to take a look at another buzzword. A buzzword is a phrase or sentence that is used a lot during a certain period or is generally popular. Today's buzzword is corrupt. This is a word that seems to come around again and again. The word corrupt means the action of being dishonest in return for money or personal gain. A person with high authority might be found to be corrupt if he or she is giving preferential treatment to someone in return for money or favours. You scratch my back and I will scratch yours. If you give something to me, then I will do something for you. More often than not, corruption does involve bribery taking place between powerful people. Bribery is the action of exchanging money for personal favours or gain. Corruption is the noun that names the act of being corrupt. We will always describe a person involved in corruption as being corrupt. A corrupt politician. The official has been charged with corruption. That person has accepted money or gifts in return for giving favours to someone. That person is corruptible, easily bored, dissolute, self-indulgent, and morally depraved. There it was. An excerpt from one of my full English lessons. That was taken from Full English number 12. I hope you enjoyed that. Yes, it is live English. 10 minutes away from 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. And I hope you are having a good Tuesday as well. Wherever you are watching in the world, I hope you are okay. I have really got everyone talking today about lots of different subjects, including fate. Is your life planned already? Now, I don't believe in that particular thing. I think sometimes you have to make your own life. You have to do things. You have to sometimes take opportunities where they are. If there is an opportunity that comes your way, sometimes you have to grab a hold of it with both hands and don't let go. So fate is something I think that you make for yourself. The future is not written. As Doc said in Back to the Future 3. The future is still unwritten. It is whatever you want it to be. So that's really what I believe, to be honest. I really do. Hello also. Oh, hello. Can I say hello to Nigel? Hello, Nigel. I don't recognise your name. So I'm going to say hello to Nigel, Throne of Grace. Hello, Nigel. I haven't seen you here before. Is it your first time, Nigel? Can I call you Nigel? Is it all right? I have a cousin called Nigel. It's true. He's a filmmaker. I'm not joking. He is actually a filmmaker. That's what he does. Hello, Saeed. Mr. Duncan, what about your idea about the teacher's pet? Do you have anyone as a pet? Oh, I see what you mean, Saeed. I suppose sometimes in class, in a classroom situation where you can actually see your students, there might be one student who is always trying to get your favour. We call them the teacher's pet. So yes, you can have one student or two students who are always trying to get their teacher's attention. However, I think on the live chat, it's not so easy. It isn't easy. So I don't have any favourite people. However, there are some lovely students who come back every time I'm on here, and that's the reason why sometimes I say hello to people. Pedro, Belarusia, Mika, Palmyra, and many others, regular viewers. So yes, you can all become my pet. In fact, I would say you are all my favourite students because you are here right now joining me live. So that is as honest as I can be about that situation. Mr. Duncan, the Vice President of the Ivory Coast, who has resigned recently, is also called Duncan. I did hear that. Yes, I think his name, is it his first name or his second name? Because some people have Duncan as their family name. As their family name, excuse me. So yes, the name Duncan can sometimes be your second name or your first name. So for me, Duncan is my first name. It is my given name. My parents called me Duncan, which I like. I quite like my name, to be honest. I think it really suits me. I don't know how, but I think it does. I think it's suitable for me. Cherif DJ, so we are your pet. Well, when I say pet, I don't mean like a dog or a cat, but maybe people who are your favourite people. People who you enjoy being with, or maybe people who you enjoy being kind to. So you offer things. So yes, teacher's pet. It is something that is used sometimes, but I like to think that this is a big family of English addicts. Are you crazy about the English language? I am. Maybe you are as well. So we are all here together sharing our love of English. Hello to Pakistan. Vinraj. Hello, Vinraj. Hello to you and welcome. We are going to be playing the sentence game in a few moments. Are you excited to be playing the sentence game? I know I am. Would you like to have a look at some of the cattle? Now, I've been asked if I can show the cows. The cows are still at the back of the house. So here is something I filmed a couple of weeks ago. And you will also notice Mr. Steve is in this video as well. Oh, so lovely. I absolutely love the cows. They might be my favourite cattle that we've had at the back of the house over the past few years. They are so lovely. As the sign just said, we are live. Yes, we are now live across YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me today. It is Tuesday. I'm not normally here doing English Addict on Tuesday. However, things are different. Tomorrow we are going to watch my first ever live stream that I did on the 15th of July 2016. So tomorrow, a little different. So I thought today we would do the English Addict right now. And that's what we're doing at the moment. I hope you are having a super duper Tuesday. I really do. Saeed says, I think all the students are equal here and no one has felt any discrimination. Am I right? No, I welcome everyone. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Wherever you are more than welcome to join in. All I ask is that we all treat each other nicely without being unfair or rude. Does that sound like a good idea? I think so. It's coming up to 3 o'clock. We are just a few seconds away from 3 o'clock, and also we are just approaching the sentence game as well today. We are looking at which letter? We are looking at the letter B today. So all of the missing words in the sentence game begin with the letter B. Are you ready to play the sentence game? We will be doing that in a few moments. Hi, Mr. Duncan. Oh, the lovely cows. The cows are still at the back of the house and they are so happy to see us. Every time we go into the garden, they come over and say hello. Isn't that lovely? Who would have thought that cattle could be so friendly and warm towards human beings? But it's true. Hello, Jimmy Aguirre. Hello, Mr. Duncan. This is my first time in your live lesson. I subscribed a long time ago. Thanks a lot for teaching. Please say hi. This is Jimmy from Colombia. I've learned a lot from you. Hello, Jimmy. Nice to see you here today. I hope you are enjoying this live stream, and welcome. When you woke up this morning, I think you did not realise, I bet you didn't know that you would be receiving some applause from England. But there they are. So welcome. Nice to see you here today. Hak Lao says, I believe that if I can try hard, I can do anything. Yes, sometimes you have to put effort into the thing you want. You have to sometimes be patient. You have to wait. You can't rush the thing that you are trying to get or achieve. And learning English is very similar to that. You can't rush learning English. It takes time, patience. You can't rush the learning process. Very glad to meet you again, Mr. Duncan. Oh, hello, Ram Mohan. Hello, Ram. Nice to see you here as well. We are about to have some fun. At least I hope it will be fun. If it isn't, you can complain to me. But please write to Mr. Steve. Don't write to me if you want to complain. Here we go then. Are you ready to play the sentence game? I think we are. I think we are definitely ready. Shall we play it right now? We are playing the sentence game today. It is Tuesday. Normally we play it on Wednesday, but we are doing it one day earlier because tomorrow is the anniversary of my live streams beginning 4 years ago tomorrow. And we are all going to sit and watch my first ever live stream together. So I will be with you on the live chat tomorrow. You won't see me live, but you will have me. My presence will be known in the live chat. that's very kind. I'm receiving some lovely, kind messages today. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. We are now going to play what I like to call the sentence game. There it is. So beneath my face, just below my nose, there, you will see some sentences. They will appear on the screen as if by magic. So that is what we are going to do. We are also using the letter B. So that is what we are using. They are all sentences with missing words, and each of those words begin with the letter B. Are you ready for the first sentence? So all of these words begin with B. It's as simple as that. All you have to do is tell me what the missing words are. Can you tell me what the missing words are? That's all you have to do. Corrie has to go. Oh, okay, Corrie. See you later then. Bye, Corrie. Bye. Corrie's going. It's not fair. Bye, Corrie. Bye. Let's play the sentence game. Round 1, everyone. Are you ready? Let's go, shall we? Here we are. Here is the first sentence. Now, this particular sentence has only one missing word. But it might be a word that you've never seen before, or maybe a word that is not easy to pronounce. Oh, I'm giving you some clues. You will also notice underneath I've given you the number of letters in the word. Here it is right now. There is too much something in our government departments. There is too much something in our government departments. That is today's first sentence game. So you can see the sentence, and also there is a missing word which begins with B. But what is it? What is it? There is too much. There is too much something. Too much something in our government departments. But what is it? Something that begins with the letter B. But what is it? There is too much something. But what is it? What on earth is it? Thank you. Thank you, Fabian Sane, or Fabian Sane. Thank you very much for your guess. It is nothing rude. There is no swearing in this particular word. But I understand your feeling. Some people do say that. There is a lot of bull something. Yes, I know. I know what you mean. Some people do say that, but the answer here is not that word, okay? It isn't that word. It is another word that begins with B, but not a swearing word. Yes. Oh, we are getting some very interesting words here. Some very interesting guesses. Ricardo says bribes. Bribes. You might be near, or then again you might not be. Also we have Saeed says debatable. Debatable. Debatable begins with D and not B, but I know what you mean. There is too much building in our government departments. Too much building. So the word we are looking for begins with the letter B. And it is something that a lot of people complain about, especially when you try to do something concerning the local government, or maybe someone who is in an office. You want to do something, but unfortunately there are many things that you have to overcome, many things that you have to go through to get what you want. Yes, some very interesting guesses. My cock is ready. It is going to come up and say, cock-a-doodle-doo, because time is almost up. Time's up. Thank you. What did you think I meant? Bull, says Kien. Now we have some correct answers. Oh, smarty pants. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Lil. Thank you also, Wefe, Tamara, also Nerush. It's not an easy word to spell, by the way. A lot of people spell this word incorrectly. They spell it wrong. But the word I'm looking for is... It's coming now. Are you ready? The missing word is... Bing! Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. Ooh, I like that. That is such a good word. One of the reasons why I like this word is, well, it looks so interesting. It is an interesting word. I don't know why. When you see certain words written down, they look interesting. And I think bureaucracy is one of those words. It looks very interesting to the eyes as you look at it. Also, it's very difficult to spell. Most people spell this word wrong. Bureaucracy. Another word we can use is, or a phrase in fact, there is a phrase that describes bureaucracy as red tape. Red tape. So I suppose I would use an example here in England if you wanted to build an extra house on your land. Quite often you will have to get planning permission. So you will have to go to all of these local council or local government departments, and then you have to submit or give all of your planning applications, and then someone will try to decide whether you can do it or not. And quite often it takes a long time for any decision to be made. We call it bureaucracy. Things that quite often slow down the process of getting something done. So many people do complain about bureaucracy in government departments. So you might see, I remember in China actually, I'm going to say China because I've lived there, you see. So I remember in China there was always bureaucracy. There was always red tape. If you wanted to do even a very simple thing, if you wanted to do a very simple thing in China, you had to go to many different government departments to try and do something. They actually made it difficult on purpose to make it hard for the average person to do anything. So China is well known for its bureaucracy. And the reason why I know that is because I've lived there. I actually did live in China. So there was our first one. Now you get the idea, you see. You get the idea of how the game works. Bureaucracy. The way in which things are done. Maybe certain procedures or certain rules that you have to abide by or obey. Bureaucracy. And of course we have it here in the UK. We have bureaucracy in the UK as well. We have it here as well. Hi Diana. Wow, we have too much bureaucracy in Italy. Too much. Thank you very much. I suppose many countries do have problems with the rules and regulations. But I suppose the point that I'm making about China is that they would often change the rules. Sometimes every day the rules will be different. I'm not joking. From my own personal experience, I know that quite often the rules would change, sometimes from day to day. So one day the rule was one thing, and then the next day it was another thing. Here is another one. Are you ready for the next sentence game? This one is a little harder, so I hope you will get it. We have, I think we have just maybe one missing word here. So once more we have just one missing word. All you have to do is tell me what the word is. And all of the words today begin with the letter B. Don't forget, we are looking at words beginning with the letter B. We've made too many mistakes recently. We can't afford another what? Interesting. We've made too many mistakes recently. We can't afford another something beginning with B. So the word begins with B. 7 letters we are looking for. It has 7 letters. But what could it be? Literally, what could it be? Hernan. Hello, Hernan. Hernan Suarez says, too much bureaucracy is dangerous. Yes. And sometimes the rules, the government rules, are used to make it more difficult for people to do things. It does happen. It does happen. A few more seconds. I'm not sure if this is easy or hard, to be honest. So we have made too many mistakes recently. We can't afford another what? Is this easy or hard? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Quite a few people are getting this one right. Oh, well done, yes. Mr. Cockerel, do your thing. The missing word for this round is... Are you ready? We've made too many mistakes recently. We can't afford another... What? Bing! Blunder. Oh, interesting. A very interesting word. We've made too many mistakes recently. We can't afford another blunder. It is another word that means mistake. You make a mistake, you make an error, you get something wrong. You do something incorrectly. You have made a blunder. Blunder. It's a great word. A lovely word. Congratulations. Many people got that right. Congratulations to you. You got it right. Well done. Yes, a blunder. Maybe a foolish mistake. Careless mistake. A blunder. Have you ever made a blunder? Have you ever made a mistake? I think making mistakes is normal with human beings. We often make mistakes, we do. I think it is a normal part of existence. Sometimes we are going to get things wrong. I think so. Are you ready for another one? Okay then, let's have another sentence game, shall we? Okay. It was difficult, but I do have my dictionary at hand. Well, that's a good idea. Yes, of course. Have your dictionary ready. It can help you. It can help you. Let's play the next sentence game, shall we? We have another one coming up right now. It is coming up on your screen now. Oh, okay then. Once more, we are only looking for one word. One word. I'm making it easy, you see. Maybe later I might make them difficult. But this one, for now, is just one word. We are looking for 9 letters. The 2 cars raced at something speed along the road. The 2 cars raced at something speed along the road. What is the answer to today's 3rd sentence game? The 2 cars raced at something speed along the road. Would you say they are going slowly or quickly? Would you think from that sentence they are going fast or slow? The 2 cars raced at something speed. Something speed. The 2 cars raced at 9 letters speed. Mikhail says beautiful. The 2 cars raced at beautiful speed. Yes. When I was a student many years ago, there was a section of my textbook called Remarks. Your sentence game reminds me of that. Remarks. Remarks are normally things that you want to add to something, maybe something you've noticed, maybe an observation or something you want to write down to give yourself a reminder. Remarks. Or maybe if you want to make some sort of statement concerning the thing that you've seen. Remarks. You write something down. You write down your remarks. Your point of view, perhaps, can be a remark. Okay. I'm getting lots of replies. I might also be getting some correct answers as well. Ooh. Maybe this is a new word. Maybe you've seen this word before. It is one word, 9 letters. The 2 cars raced at something speed along the road. Come on, come on, don't be shy. Come on, Mr. Cockerel, come and say hello. Lovely. The answer is the 2 cars raced at something speed along the road. They raced at bing, breakneck. Breakneck. Interesting. So it is actually a compound word. It is formed using 2 words, breakneck. Breakneck. Put them together, you have breakneck. So the 2 cars raced at breakneck speed along the roads. So when something is going at a breakneck speed, it is going fast. Going fast. Something is done quickly. Something is done in haste. Maybe something is moving at a fast pace or rate. Breakneck. Breakneck. The 2 cars raced at breakneck speed. You are describing the movement, how the cars are moving. They are moving very fast. Breakneck speed. So you are adding meaning to that sentence. You might even say that the cars are driving dangerously. Maybe they are going too fast. Breakneck speed. A good one. I like that one. Are you ready for another sentence game? Because there is another one coming very soon. Congratulations, Sasuke. Also, Ezo Zaid. Hello, Ezo. Nice to see you here today. Congratulations, you got it right. Vitas says breakneck. Breakneck has 10 letters. Does it really? B-R-E-A-K-N-E-C-K. 9. I make it 9. Very interesting. It's 9. Here's another one. Are you ready? Oh, we are now involving the police. The police. Yes, the police. Hello, Maria. Maria Miti. Hello, Maria Miti. Nice to see you here on the live stream. Stanislav is here as well. Dangerous and reckless. Yes, dangerous or reckless. You are doing something at breakneck speed. You are doing it recklessly. Thank you very much. That's a good one. Another good guess. The police were something by how the something job was done. So now we have 2 words. Both of these words begin, well, they both begin with the letter B. They both begin with the letter B. The police were something by how the something was done. The police were something by how the something was done. Yes. Thank you, Lewis, for your guess. We have Ruben here. Hello, Ruben. Nice to see you here. Also, Narush. Hello, Narush. Put your guesses on the live chat. All you have to do is type your guess, and then everyone in the world will see it. Hello, Emaine. Hello, my best teacher. Emaine. Nice to see you as well. We are getting some very interesting answers to this particular sentence game. Very interesting. Yes. So we have 7 letters and 4 letters. 7 and 4. The police were something by how the something job was done. So the first one, you are talking about maybe how the police were reacting. Their reaction. The police were, this is a reaction. How the something job was done. Now, in the second word, we are describing a certain action, the way a certain thing was done. Wafe. Okay. Very good guess. Saeed says beamed. Not easy, Mr. Duncan. Can you hear my stomach? Did you hear my stomach then? My stomach was just rumbling, complaining. Did you hear my stomach then? It was saying, please, Mr. Duncan, can you please give me some food? Tamara says amazed and good. I think you're going to be surprised by this one. This one is quite surprising. Many people are getting the first word right. But the second word, no one has got it right. The second word, no one has got the second word right. And that is because this is a very interesting use of the word job. So this is actually a certain phrase that you may not have heard before. Ready? Here comes the answer. Go on, go on. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. I have my cockerel trained very well. I think so. The answer to this one, not easy. No, I think it's not easy. You're right. Sometimes questions are difficult, and that is the reason why we ask difficult questions, because you can find out quite a lot. When you have to answer difficult questions, you can find out quite a lot. The answers are blowing in the wind. Here they come right now. Bing! Ah, okay, Mr. Duncan. The police were baffled. Baffled by how the bank job was done. The bank job. The bank job. That is a very interesting use of the word job. Now, if we are talking about a crime that is being committed or has been committed, we often refer to it as a certain type of job. Maybe if you rob a bank, we will call it a bank job. They did a bank job. That means they robbed the bank. They carried out a bank robbery. So we often use this in British English. You will hear people say that 2 robbers pulled off or did or carried out a bank job. That means they robbed or stole things from the bank. Yes. The police were baffled. To be baffled means confused. You have no idea how it happened. The police were baffled by how the bank job was done. So maybe the people that broke into the bank, perhaps they did something very clever to break into the bank. Maybe they did something very clever. Maybe they were able to break into the bank without anyone seeing them. So the police were baffled by how the bank job was done. How did they break in? There was no sign. There was no broken glass. How did they get in to the bank? So a bank job is a term that means bank robbery. Bank robbery. I suppose you might say it is slang. It is a slang term. A bank job. A robbery. So I hope that helps you there. Another interesting sentence. Something unusual. Something very unusual. We'll have a quick break. If you want to stay in touch, by the way, if you want to write to me, you are always welcome to do so. Don't forget, you can write. You can send me your emails. I do have an email address. I also have a Facebook page as well. And if you want to help my work continue forever and ever, you can also send a small donation. Just drinking some water here. My throat was becoming quite dry, so I was just drinking a little bit of water. Yes, it is English Addict, and we will be going very soon. We have about 4 more rounds of the sentence game. That's what we are doing today. We are playing the sentence game, and we are using words beginning with the letter B. There it is. That is what we are doing today. The letter B is the featured letter in today's Sentence game. So now you know. Shall we have another round? Okay, here is another round. Oh, hello, Sergio. When you use a dictionary, or better, a thesaurus, you just tape the general notion in the search line and then choose among the synonyms. It is a very stupid way of passing time. Sergio, can I just say, that might be one of the most brilliant things you've ever said on my live stream. It is a great way of improving your word power. Thesaurus. A thesaurus is a very useful thing to have around. You can have a book, or maybe you can have an electronic device that will show you the other definitions of words. I think so. So in fact, what you said is not a stupid waste of time. It isn't. It's actually a brilliant idea. It might be the best thing I've ever heard you write on here or seen you write on my live chat. So it's amazing. So it is not a stupid waste of time. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. So thank you for that suggestion. A thesaurus is a great tool that can allow you to find out other definitions of certain words. So yes, that well done. Thank you, Sergio. That is amazing. Sergio says, I tried my best. Thank you. Well, your best is definitely good enough today. Definitely. Wonderful. What a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Here we go then. Another round of the sentence game. Here we go. It's coming up on your screen right now. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. The next sentence game has 7 and also 6 letters. After hours of something, the management something down. After hours of something, the management something down. We are looking for 7 and 6 letters. 2 words beginning with the letter B. They both begin with the letter B. But what are they? That is the hard part, you see. 2 missing words, both of them beginning with the letter B. But what are they? What are they? Marietta says, yes, a thesaurus is a great tool. It really is a wonderful thing that can help you to improve your word power. Hello, Semet. Semet Pekmez says, who is he? Who is he? Who is he? Who is that man? Who is that strange man on my screen at the moment? My name is Duncan, and I talk about the English language. And sometimes I do this. Can you see? I'm doing this. And sometimes I do this. And sometimes I do this. So now you know. Hello, Miru. I enjoy it when I learn English with you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You are welcome. This is the sentence game. After hours of something, the management, something down. So it's 1 sentence, 2 missing words, beginning with the letter B. B for brain. I like that word, brain. Sometimes you have to use your brain, especially when you are watching my live stream, like now. Talking of Facebook, I think we need to promote Mr. Duncan's profile. And that is why I am always sharing the live stream. The live streamings. There. Well, I do have a Facebook page. Many thousands of people follow on Facebook. Samet says, I think you should be a comedian. Really? Oh, okay then. Thank you very much. I might take that up one day. If I stop doing this, maybe I could be a comedian. A man walks into the doctor's. He says, Doctor, doctor, people keep ignoring me. And the doctor replies, next, please. You see, because the doctor is ignoring him. Because that's what his problem is. Doctor, doctor, I feel like a wheelbarrow. Oh, why don't you just push off? Yes, a wheelbarrow. Because you push the wheelbarrow. You see, you push the wheelbarrow along the road. Anyway. After hours of something, the management, something down. So these are actions. We are describing certain actions after hours of what? So imagine if you are trying to get someone to do something, but they keep refusing. Can I have a pay rise? No, you can't. Oh, please, let me have a pay rise. No, I'm sorry, you can't have a pay rise. You're lazy. You're very lazy. You're a lazy worker. Oh, but I come in every day on time. I'm never late. Please, 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 please. That sort of thing. After hours of something, the management back. Oh, I nearly said it then. I nearly said it. I'm going now. Goodbye. Mustafa says, after hours of brainstorm, the management breaking down. Interesting. You actually, you might not believe this, but you are actually on the right line. You are on the right track. So yes, you are near. You are very near. The only difference is both words need to be replaced. Besides that, it's perfect. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Rudoka. Hello, Rudoka. Bickering and broken. Interesting. I like your use of the word bicker. If you bicker, you argue. You fight with words. So instead of punching each other with your fists, you are actually using words instead. You bicker, you argue, you fight by using words like that. Palmyra says, Mr. Duncan is very keen to crack jokes. Yes, I like cracking jokes. If you crack a joke, it means you tell a joke. Thank you. Sue Jin. Sue Jin. Very interesting. Ooh, yes. Very nice. I'm waiting for 2 correct answers. That would be ever so nice. Could I please have 2 correct answers? And then I can go home. I can go, you see. I can just walk out. I can say, goodbye, everyone. Thank you, Sue Jin, for your guess. Very interesting. Interesting. I will give you a few more seconds and then I will have to bring Mr. Cockerell up to tell you that time has run out. Shard says broken and down. Marietta says you are almost as bad as my husband. What do you mean? What you mean with the jokes? Does your husband like telling jokes? Sometimes it's nice to hear a good joke, isn't it? Maybe one day I will tell one. Maybe one day I will have a good joke to tell you. Not yet. Here we go. Moora. Hello, Maura. Ah, very interesting. Vitas says my wife is calling me. Vitas, Vitas, it's time to eat. Okay, see you later, Vitas. Your wife has called you, and now you must go. Or else she might give your dinner to the dog. A man comes home late from work. He asks his wife, "Where is the dinner?" And the wife replies, "In the dog." Because he's late, you see. He's late. He's late home, so the wife has given his dinner to the dog. Where is my dinner? It's in the dog. Okay, maybe not. Here is the answer. Come on, Mr. Cockerel, do your thing. After hours of something, the management something down. 7 and 6. Shall we have the answer? Okay, then. Here it comes. Right now. Bing. After hours of begging. Begging, you see? Begging. Please, 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 can I have a pay rise? Please, please. You are begging. You are pleading. Beg, plead. You are asking for something in an emotional way. You are maybe trying to make the other person feel guilty because you are getting upset. You beg. You get down on your hands and knees and you beg, please, please. Begging and backed. After hours of begging, the management backed down. So if someone backs down, it means they give up. They give up. Or they change their mind. Or maybe if you are asking them to do something many times, eventually they will say, okay, we give up. We will back down. You can have your pay rise. You can have a rise in your salary. Very nice. So after hours of begging, the management backed down. They backed down. Thank you, Ezo. Mr. Duncan, can you please tell us the answer? The answer is begging and backed. After hours of begging, the management backed down. They gave up or they gave in. They decided to go with the request. After hours of begging. Sometimes you have to beg. Sometimes you have to ask for something. You have to say, please, please, can you watch me tomorrow? Please, please watch my live stream tomorrow. Please, I beg you. That's all you have to do. Beg. Beg. Shall we have, I think we've got time for 2 more and then we have to go, unfortunately. I'm back with you tomorrow. And we are doing something very unusual. I am going to play the whole of my first ever live stream tomorrow. Make sure you have a very comfortable pillow and maybe a very large drink next to you, because it does go on for a long time. It does go on for a very long time. Plead. If you beg, you plead. You beg, you plead. Here's another one. Oh, I think this is a good one. I think a lot of people are going to get this one right. Here it is. They say that something always falls something side down. They say that something always falls something side down. I wonder. Thank you, Sergio, for your very colourful response to the previous sentence game. Very interesting. Yes, very interesting. Tomorrow we must celebrate. It is the 4th anniversary tomorrow of my first ever live stream. Tomorrow, the 15th of July, 2016, I did my first ever live stream. Was it as good as this one? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's up to you. Only you can describe that. Hello, Narush. So we've got some answers coming through now. Some answers are now coming through. I wonder. Some answers are now coming through. I think there's someone at the door. I'm sure I just heard the door. Someone was knocking at the door, I think. Interesting. Slobodan, thank you for your answer as well. A lot of people now getting involved with this sentence game. They say that something always falls something side down. 5 letters and 6 letters. Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. Duncan. Oh. We've got it right. I see. Okay, nice. Palmyra says, I am scratching my head, but I have no idea. Jean or Jean Felix says, is that an Adidas hat? It is. It is an Adidas hat. You see, it says Adidas on the front. You are right. Books and back, says Zoe. We have quite a few answers coming through now. In fact, we have many answers. Some of them are correct and some of them are not correct. I say. Diana says B is not a good letter to me. I wonder why. Why is B a bad letter for you? I wonder. There are many words that begin with B. There are quite a few negative words. I have noticed certain letters of the alphabet have many negative words. They start many negative words. B, the letter B, there are many words that begin with B that are negative. Bored, blank, beat. Please, Mr. Duncan, give us a hint. They say that certain thing, so we are looking for a certain thing, falls in a certain way. So we are describing something when it is falling. It falls in a certain way. All the time. All the time. Thank you, Copy. Thank you also to English with Ashkar. Thank you very much. Lots of guesses today. Okay, Mr. Cockerell, we're running out of time. Quickly. Quickly, Mr. Cockerell. We are running out of time. We only have 7 minutes left. And then I have to go. They say that something always falls something side down. But what is the answer? The answer to the question is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is bing. Bread, butter. Bread, butter. They say that bread always falls butter side down. So if you take a piece of bread and you put some butter on the bread, and then if you drop it, it will always fall butter side down. Well, that's what I've noticed anyway. Whenever I drop a piece of bread on the floor, it always lands butter side down. I think so. Luis Mendez says balls. Balls, yes. That also begins with B. That is a word that can be used in many different ways. I think so. Zuzika has to go. See you later, Zuzika. Are you going to join us tomorrow? Tomorrow I have my special long live stream, but I will be playing a recording of my first ever live stream way back in 2016. The big question is, was it good? Was it a good one, or was it awful? Can you guess what the answer to that question is? Yes. Talking of questions, we have one more sentence game and then we will go. So here is the final sentence game. And can I just say, this one is very difficult. This one is very hard. Today's final sentence game. Actually, maybe it isn't hard. Maybe it's not that difficult after all. I'm just looking at it now. It might not be hard. We are looking for 2 letters or 2 words beginning with the letter B, 7 letters and 12 letters. 7 and 12. Both of those begin with the letter B. You can't something, everything, the news, something tell you. 12 letters. That's a big word. That is a very long word. I think so. You can't something, everything, the news, something tells you. 7 and 12. Okay, we already have some guesses coming through. We have to make this very short because we are running out of time. I only have 4 minutes. Just 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. That's all we have left, unfortunately. We are looking for 7 and 12. You can't something, everything, the news, something tell you. The second word is actually plural. So I'm giving you a clue there. So the second is a plural. Plural. The first one relates to something you are doubtful of. If you have doubt about something. Or maybe if you do accept a certain thing. So this particular word can be used in different ways depending on the situation. Yes, Nirush. Oh, hello, Nirush. Some very interesting suggestions coming through here. Oh, I have a couple of correct answers coming through. Oh, well done. Yes. Just a few more seconds. You can't something, everything, the news, something tell you. Quite a few people now writing it down. Quite a few people are writing the answers. Some of them are correct and some of them are not correct. Come on, Mr. Cockerell. We only have 3 minutes. We are now racing against the clock. The clock is ticking. Here it is, the answer to the final. The final sentence game today is bing. Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. Duncan. What is this? Is this your personal opinion? No, this is not my personal opinion. This is merely part of the sentence game. So can I just say that the sentence underneath does not represent the thoughts or ideas of anyone working here at Hat for Rent Productions. So this is not my own personal opinion. This is just a sentence. Believe and broadcasters, plural. You can't believe everything the news broadcasters tell you. The news broadcasters. Believe, accept. You accept something that is said, or maybe you don't accept. You do believe, you don't believe. You can't believe everything the news broadcasters tell you. If you broadcast, it means you are doing something, you are giving out information that many people can receive at the same time. You broadcast. Very nice. Plural. So broadcasters, you are talking about more than one. So one broadcaster, many broadcasters. So as the plural, more than one, a group. You can't believe everything the news broadcasters tell you. That is the final sentence game for today, because now it is coming up to 4 o'clock. In fact, we have just hit, ding, 4 o'clock here in the UK. It's time to go. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Don't forget, tomorrow I am back with you now I'm not sure if I'm going to start at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I will let you know, because my live stream that I'm playing tomorrow, the whole live stream is actually 3 hours long. And when I started it, way back in 2016, it actually started at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you also, Alessandra. Thank you very much for your company today. I'm back with you tomorrow. It is now 4 o'clock here in the UK. So I might be with you tomorrow from 1 o'clock UK time or 2 o'clock. I will let you know. You will see a message on your notifications. Don't forget also, can you please like and subscribe as well? Can you please like and subscribe? If you like what you see, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be ever so nice. If you could do that, I would really appreciate it very much. And of course, you can also, if you like it, you can also give me a lovely thumbs up. Can you please give me a thumbs up as well? Thank you very much. Give me a thumbs up to show you care. Catch you later. Thank you very much. Lil says, are you really on for 3 hours tomorrow? Yes, we will be watching my first ever live stream that I ever did tomorrow. I will let you know what time I'm starting, but make sure you have a nice comfortable chair or maybe a pillow and lots of water and food nearby, because it's going to be a very long one. And don't forget also, I will be joining you on the live chat as well. That's it. There is no more time. I'm already running over by 2 minutes. Catch you later. Thank you, Maretta. Thank you, Ezo. See you later. See you tomorrow. It is a recorded live stream tomorrow, but I will be with you live on the chat. So don't worry, I will be with you. I will not forget you. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, saying thanks for watching. See you later. Take care. Have a super duper time. Have a great Tuesday. Whatever you are doing, wherever you are in the world, stay safe and happy. And of course, you know what's coming next. Ta-ta for now.